What's up, good people? Hey, can the defense get better? Was that a fluke? Good news. They've opened a practice window for DeMarvion Overshown. But none of that matters. None of that matters. All that matters is we beat Washington. That's all that matters, baby. That's all that matters. They over there hurt in my hometown. Yo, great win. The Cowboys came up with a win over the Commanders. Anyway, it was easy like Sunday morning. Damn, did I get that in there like that? Man, I'm good. Anyway, Cowboys win it big, 44-22. Double them up. Man, hey, as I said, for us Cowboys, we got to put about 35 to 38, somewhere between 35 and 40 points a game, have a chance of winning. Offense scored 38. Defense scored a touchdown, too. How about that? Matt Eberflus, appreciate you. Respect. You looked, you adjusted, you understood the circumstances with Washington. Obviously, it was likely that maybe Deebo Samuel was going to be out. They didn't find out until later in the week. But I do think they made some adjustments to it as well. But they definitely went with the fact they were going to go man-to-man, knowing that their top two receivers were going to be out. It went well. Now, it went well. They looked good, had some sacks. Look, they made tackles on the running back in the backfield. Hadn't seen that all year. I'd have to look back if there's some stats to show me that they've tackled a running back for a loss any game this season previous to the Washington game. All right. So I saw good penetration on the line, not enough pass rush. There were times and stuff like that times and situations, let me say that better, that we couldn't get to the quarterback. I think the coverage was there, and we're not getting the pressure. I did not like the blitz packages neither, because it looked like a few times they did the blitz package, and they were just too easy to be picked up. I don't know whether that was just to keep them home or keep certain coverages in, but usually when you're blitzing to get to the quarterback. You're blitzing to put pressure to force a bad pass, like they did when they got Mariota in there and they got pressure in on him. They had him run around. He flipped something just out the corner of his eye, seeing a receiver off to the flats, and he threw a bad pass. That was an easy pick and run back for a touchdown for Deron Bland. Defense played well. You could see just making adjustments. I mean, really, with our offense, the power of our offense, we shouldn't have that. The offense should not have to have the pressure of winning the game every time. They shouldn't. But they have the firepower with everybody in there. George Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Jason Ferguson playing. You got Jake Ferguson, excuse me. The running game, Javonte Williams had another 100-yard game. We're going to put up points just on purpose. We're going to put up points just because. There's just a must that we're going to score because we have that kind of firepower. And with Kamante Turpin's explosiveness, not only had kick return or punt return, but at receiver. And Brandon Aubrey, anytime we touch the 50-yard line, that's at least 3 points for us. The defense just has to play a little bit, just a little bit defense, and we're good. We're good. All right? Couple things I'm going to say here. One, no more questions about Brian Schottenheimer. Brian Schottenheimer is a good coach. He's a coach that should have been. We worried so much in the preseason on whether this was a good move. They didn't do any real interviewing, didn't go through the real process, didn't consider some of the top flight offensive coordinators or other former coaches, which is typical throughout the NFL. They went with a guy that's in-house. They went with a guy that has the lineage with his dad. They went with a guy who does have some experience. And he looks to be a good coach. Now, again, it's early. It is early. Let's be real. 7 games in. But 7 games in, he looks good. He looks refreshing. He's calling plays. He's making good play calls. He's making good decisions. Let me tell you what was really key. 2 times have we had the ball with less than a minute left in the first half, and we go down and score, answer another team scoring, just like we did with Washington. It was 40 seconds left. Dak took a sack. He didn't just get anybody else would have said, hey, just kneel on the ball, we'll start off, knowing that Washington was getting the ball in the second half. He calls a timeout, settle some things down, take a shot deep, we get a hit deep. Next you know, we hand the ball off, because we know we're in field goal range, hand the ball off to Javonte Williams over the left side. He takes it down to the 4-yard line, and we get an easy pitch catch for a touchdown. That's the type of confidence you have, that's the type of refreshing, energized trust you have in your team. That's knowing that you're going to make the play calls with the athletes that you have. That's showing you, again, the firepower that we have. We just got to get this defense going. I'll say for the defense, what I like and saw, more discipline, better discipline in the run, in the rush lanes. Jaden Daniels did get outside. Look, quarterbacks like Jaden Daniels and Jackson. These are flipping on names here. Even Hurts. These guys can run. They're gonna get some yardage. They're gonna break out on you and get some yardage. But we can contain them with certain situations by staying in our rush lanes, especially if we go man. They went man. They went man maybe 70% of the time in the game. We're usually 90% zone. They got what they got against our zone. But the man coverage was pretty good, even without Trayvon Diggs. But what I saw, too, as well, as the linebackers filling the holes better. James, Murray. Still Murray on that touchdown, though, lost his mind for a second, and he and James were not on the same page, and they got that touchdown inside the 5 against Ertz. He starts out going with Ertz in man, and then stops, but doesn't communicate with James, who's over there, to go and cover that part of the area to take that away. Look, you could say they were inside the 5-yard line, they probably were going to score. You don't have to score. You got to make them earn it. And 2, miscommunication like that and poor play like that can happen on the 50-yard line, much less the 5. We don't want it to happen at any time. It's got to be better communication. But hopefully they'll check that in film and they'll correct that and get better on the same page. But other than that, good coverage downfield by the defense. Decent pass rush lane, but we just don't have that guy. That's where you go when you say, now, if we can stop the run and hold up the run pretty much, we did good. They gave up some good yards at times. The first play was a 9-yard run again. But by and large, we were able to contain the run. If we can do that, then when the passing game comes, this is where you're going to miss a Micah Parsons. Because Micah Parsons can beat double teams, beat offensive line shifts dedicated to him. This is where at some point now we're going to have to get that D end that can be that pass rusher that shifts the line and creates some nice one-on-one matchups for the other guys. Otherwise, it was a good game. It was a well-played game by the Cowboys. Washington, you could say they were without their receivers, but hey, we fought hard without players, without much of our offensive line, without our top receiver. Injuries happen. You plan for it. Buccaneers was without their 2 top receivers, Evans and Egba, if I say that right. And the receivers, the Johnson brothers, as they call themselves, had a hell of a game for Baker Mayfield. So no excuses. We did what we were supposed to do. We did what we needed to do. And it was fine. So I'm glad with that game. Anytime we can beat Washington, y'all. Look, to wrap things up, anytime we can beat Washington, it's always a good thing. You understand what I'm saying? We want to get to the Super Bowl. We're about winning Super Bowls, even though we haven't been to one in a long, long time, and people know it. That's why they pick on us more than any other team. There's a whole lot of teams that haven't been to a Super Bowl, haven't won a Super Bowl in decades. But for us, it's a bigger deal because they really love us. But also, anytime we can beat anyone in NFC East, and especially when we can beat Washington, trust me, I know. Look, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I don't have any real ties in the city of Dallas whatsoever. Anything else about Dallas, I could care less about. No disrespect to them, but it ain't my city. When I go to Texas, I go to Houston more often. But DC is my hometown. Love it, respect it, love the DMV, love every other team in there but Washington. But I know that's the number 1 team, and I know how it feels. I know what it means. And the sadistic side of me loves every bit of it. You understand me, baby? Cowboys win. Cowboys win. How about them Cowboys? We'll be going on the rest of the week, so we appreciate it. Please hit subscribe to the page, like, share. Show me what you're thinking. Let me know what you're thinking by leaving a comment if you like. Otherwise, enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the week. I'll be talking to you. Peace out. Hey, we talk Cowboys here.